Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one, I'd like to talk about what is, in my opinion, the best budget deck from the new set, Twilight Masquerade. And that is, of course, Dipplin Thwackey. So, for those of you who don't know what this deck does, or need a wee bit of a recap, Dipplin has the amazing ability Festival Lead that says if Festival Grounds is in play, which is a stadium card, Dipplin can attack twice. And if the first attack happens to knock out a Pokémon, then you can attack again after your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon, which is a fantastic ability. It's just too bad the attack is Do the Wave, which only does 20 damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So if you don't have a full benched, then this is doing absolutely nothing really. It's just pathetic damage. However, if you do have a full bench and you start to get tool cards involved, like things like Defiance Band, Vitality Band, and Maximum Belt A-Spec, then you will actually start to do respectable damage. And being a grass type means that you can try to, well, pretty much thrash Charizard, which is fantastic, of course. We do enjoy the bit of that over here, but yeah. So very fun to note is, and I'll mention this immediately before I forget later on, is the tool cards do modify both of the attacks. So what that effectively means, if you weren't aware, is that Vitality Band, for example, will modify the first Do the Wave, and then if you get to attack again, it'll modify that one. It won't just add the 10 damage on the last attack, which is what I initially thought this deck might do, funny enough. But, either way, it doesn't matter too much, but it will allow you to hit, massive damage if you have stuff like Defiance Band up. So, that's cool. But the deck is also just really, really consistent thanks to the other piece, Thwackey. So Thwackey has the ability Boom Boom Groove that says, very groovy. Once in your turn, if your active Pokemon has the Festival Lead ability, you may search your deck for any card and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. And you can use as many of these abilities as you like. So if you set up like 2 or 3 Thwackeys, which is ideal, then you'll be able to use multiple tutor effects every single turn, provided at least you have a Dipplin in the active spot, which is pretty easy to do when you have other Thwackeys to do this. Then you also have things like Ultra Ball. You do obviously play supporters. You've got things like Arven. So, it is very, very easy to get set up and chain with this deck. However, there is one thing to mention, and this is where you get to the good, the bad, and the ugly of every deck. And this is a budget deck for a very good reason. This deck has a pretty much horrendous matchup and a bad time against any spread decks, pretty much. I would say Greninja is probably the worst, just because Greninja players tend to pair it with Frostlass. That is just abysmal. Dragapult is, of course, horrendous. I'm not far enough in the league just yet to encounter too many Dragapult players. Seems to be a bit more of a big brain deck than most people maybe would have anticipated, I guess. But not actually seen too much Dragapult yet. But yeah, Dragapult absolutely destroys this deck, pretty much. If you go first and they have maybe one Dreepy and then they don't get another Dreepy down, or maybe they get another Dreepy down but they don't get anything else, then yeah, you could beat Dragapult, right? Because you just use Dipplin, attack twice, get 2 prize cards, you win the game. GG. But in most other instances, that's not going to happen, and you'll get absolutely destroyed. Shout out to the guy, actually, who suggested using Rabsca instead of Jirachi and Manaphy, because what you'll find is that there's not really a lot of Lost Zone anymore on the ladder. It seems to have died a death a bit with this new set. So yeah, Sableye isn't such a huge issue, and if you encounter it, then, it is what it is, effectively. But you do have Rabsca to help you, and this will also just protect you against Dragapult mainly. That's the big one. So having Jirachi and Manaphy are nice, but Rabsca is like a 2-in-1 package. And what's really nice is that being grass type means that you can find Rellor with the new Bug Catcher set, which is a great new item that will find every basic Pokemon from the top 7 cards of your deck, except for Cleffa. And Cleffa's just here as a bit of additional draw support. Very, very good in the early turns of the game, basically, and forcing our opponent to gust around Cleffa if they want to KO something else. So yeah, that's quite nice. As for the stuff, we are playing one copy of the new Kieran, actually, which is a bit of a pivot, allows you to switch. But we'll also say that during this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active EX and Pokemon V, which is relevant. That is relevant. Plus 30 modifier against anything like that, fantastic. So, Also, if you're playing this as exclusively a budget build, and A-specs are maybe a wee bit too expensive for you, maybe you're just getting into the game, you've raided a few bulk piles, as I do, then Maximum Belt might be a wee bit too pricey. But what I would suggest is just something like Choice Belt, really, or another Defiance Band. Just any tool card, really, that's modifying damage for your Dipplins. You could even put in another Kieran if you really, really wanted to, but At that point, it gets a bit spicy, but you know, yeah, it's just one of those things where A-specs are pretty crucial to how we play modern decks. But if you're someone who's just coming back into the game and you don't have a lot of money, I respect that. You know, I'm in a very similar position right now, IRL. So Maximum Belt might be a wee bit too pricey for some people. But yeah, again, just like slop in a, well, you could actually add a, what was it, Roxanne, I think? I've seen some lists play this. A Roxanne. No, that's not the one I thought. It's Rosanna. Rosanna, question mark? I should have had this ready beforehand. Rosanna. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's gone. Wait, no. Yeah, there we go. Rosanna. I'm spelling it wrong, that's why. So this will allow you to choose one or more, shuffle a Pokemon from your discard pile into your deck, shuffle a tool card back, which is very nice, shuffle a stadium card back, which is very, very important, or shuffle an energy card. And you can choose all of these if you really want to. But basically, that's just really good for getting Festival Grounds back because you only play 4 copies of the stadium. That's essentially driving this whole deck, right? You know, if you lose all these stadiums, you know, it's why we don't really play high counts of Ultra Ball or Research, because if we have to discard them before our opponent does, then we're going to be in some serious trouble, basically, because we need this stadium in play. It's very, very important. In the game that I'll probably showcase in this video, yeah, I made a very big mistake later on in the game. It doesn't come back to bite me, but, you know, it is a major mistake, so just make sure that you have the stadium out in play all the time. But yeah. And that's, oh yeah, that's the new item card that will allow you to find basic grass Pokemon and basic grass energy. But yeah, that's about it for the list, really. Nothing else to really talk about. I mean, you could add like a Tatsugiri if you really wanted to, but then you have to like make sure you're having a skateboard ready for it, or a rescue board, sorry. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Tatsugiri in this list, really, but you could play it if you really wanted to. But yeah, that's going to be Dipplin Thwackey. I'll see you on the gameplay, which is already super long. So, you know, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think about Dipplin Thwackey down below. Do you think it will survive in a Dragapult Frostlass world? And yeah, thank you for watching. So, it's tricky. Yeah, I think we will just attack with this Dipplin. We'll see how this goes. But we do need the festival. We do need an energy. That is something. Well, there's the festival. Never mind. So we can put festival into play. I would love to hit a basic off of this. So, I mean, we could thin down with Thwackey, but I will, yeah, we'll evolve here. And then what I might do actually is use Thwackey to get the other Thwackey, so we have that established. Yeah, that seems like a good idea, actually. So we'll Thwackey for other Thwackey, and then that will thin it down a bit. Will we do that? Yeah, I think we will. So we'll Thwackey for Thwackey, then Bug Catcher Set for energy, and a Pokemon, hopefully. And we have the other Thwackey to work with, so hopefully we don't get punished too hard, but, you know, I think we'll be fine. Don't think we can do wrong here, but we'll see. So we have access to that one now, which is nice. I will use the Bug Catcher Set. Would like to see a grass energy off this, preferably. Okay, we get nothing but grass energy, so I'll take that. And I guess Arven for Poppin. Arven for Poffin, maybe. I mean, we'll Thwackey for a... I guess we could get another Applin down here, or another Grookey. Yeah, we'll set up another Grookey line, actually. So we'll get a Grookey. And we could Arven this turn. I'm not sure if it's 100% necessary, though, so I might just hold it. Yeah, I don't think we need to do anything else. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 220 for weakness, and we get to attack twice. So this should be enough, I think. Do the wave. 220. Thank you. Now let me attack again. Would you like to perform another attack? I would. Thank you. Kill it. Get rid of this. Yes, I want to use Do the Wave. He doesn't have another attack. I don't know why it would give you another choice, but yeah. Because that's a weird thing, actually. You can't use TMs with Dipplin. Like, you can only use Do the Wave, so yeah, interesting. We get 2 prizes here, which is nice. Now, they might want to start attacking with the Pidgeot, which looks like what they probably want to do. Just trying to do maths in my head. We can do 150, Yeah, 150 with the belt. Maybe that's what we need to do. I suppose the only problem with this play is that we don't have the whatchamacallit in hand. We don't have the next Dipplin, which is a wee bit of a problem, actually. Like, we do need to find ourselves a Dipplin, because we can't use Thwackey until we have a Dipplin, so Thwackey gets us the other pieces that we need, but yeah. I think we will be able to get a kill, though, if we use Maximum Belt, so that has to be the path to victory, surely. So they will Iono us anyway. I don't hate this, as long as we get some good stuff off of it. That's... well, I need the Ultra Ball, and I do need the Catcher. And I do need a full bench. Game's glitching. A Hero's Cape. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, Hero's Cape is quite annoying, actually. I still think we're in a good spot, though. Like, we're still price trading quite favorably. So we'll go Applin. And they can discard our stadiums, which is quite annoying. That is rather annoying, actually. I mean, that works. If I do that, I can't Kieran, but I mean, it has to be a 2-KO anyway, so yeah. Okay, we'll do that. So we'll do Lana's Aid. Game's lagging. Grab these. Grab that. Don't need Cleffa anymore, I don't think. Get ourselves another Applin on the bench. So I think, unfortunately, the most we can ever do is like 300 with a Kieran and a belt. So I don't think we necessarily... Yeah, we can't get to 380. If I played a Lost Vacuum, then maybe. Yeah, maybe actually Lost Vacuum would be really good in this list. But yeah, we don't need to play Bug Catching Set just yet. I will use the Boom Boom Groove, though, to find ourselves another Dipplin, actually. Yeah, we'll get another Dipplin. So evolve him. And then we can Thwackey for the other Thwackey, actually. So now we have the full board set up, really. The Applin just came to play this turn, so unfortunately we can't evolve. I must remember to also play down the stadium, because that would be a big mistake. So we have one more Dipplin in deck, and then we should have some Super Rods. So yeah, we've got the Super Rods. We do have the Maximum Belt when we need it, but yeah, I guess that's what's quite fun about this deck, is you always have to pay attention to just adding up, just making sure that you're actually doing enough damage. I don't think we need to thin one card here. Don't think we need to do anyway. Yeah, I think we just pass over. Don't think there's anything else we can really grab here. Maybe a supporter, I guess, but I think we'll be fine because we can't attach energy, we just attach, so it shall be a case of do the wave. And then we get to do it again. I would like to perform another attack. It's going to give him the option to pick do the wave, even though it's the only attack that Dipplin has. Yep, that one, please. That does another 100. So, yeah, that Hero's Cape is really annoying. We could have gone for the 1-KO there, but yeah, a bit of a shame. But either way, this thing only has 108 HP less. So, I mean, with a belt and a Kieran, we could KO this. And then KO, well, not KO, but hit into something else. The question is what, because we wouldn't be able to KO Greninja. Although we would actually. No, that's not true. We would be able to KO Greninja. So I'm not sure if it's worth it or not. We might also just want to use Defiance Band, but that's not necessarily going to help us get to 380. Yeah, so we have to extend to Kieran plus the belt if we want to KO Pidgeot here, which is... Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that, really. I'd rather keep them for Rotom in the next Pidgeot. Because this is like, yeah, you won't be able to do Cape again unless he has, okay, he's going to boss. Fair enough. KO Thwackey, I guess. Sure. I don't mind this. Don't mind that at all, really. I mean, we've got another Grookey in deck, I'm pretty sure, so we're chilling. So now we've lost 2 stadiums. We do have to be careful that we don't lose them all before we take all 6 prizes, but I still think we're in a pretty good spot, so yeah, I think we're in a good spot. He's probably looking to rare candy Zard next turn and attack with Pidgeot again. So what do I need here? I could Arven actually for a rod, but I'm pretty sure we have, yeah, we have the other thing in play. So what I'm going to do is Boom Boom Groove for a Grookey. Actually, will I do that? Yes, because then we have another one to work with. So we need, yeah, we need to get a Grookey, and then we'll get the Festival. And we'll not try and overextend this turn. We need the belt, I think, for the next Pidgeot. So yeah, we'll Grookey. So we always have a full bench. That's something we've got to maintain. We don't need to attach energy, so I don't really want to spend Bug Catcher Set, but I might actually just spend it anyway, just to thin a grass energy. That's nice. One less thing to worry about next turn, I guess. Could also play a supporter, but I don't think we need anything, truth be told. Like, I just don't think we need masses. So then we can Boom Boom Groove. Go get the stadium. Nope, not another Arven, please. Where is it? Did we prize a stadium? No, we didn't. Okay, we didn't prize any stadiums, actually. That's good. We could have been in a bit of trouble, actually, if we had prized a stadium, but Festival Grounds. So we do have to attack twice here, but it's not the end of the world. It would be nice to get a KO and then finish something else off, like KO Charmander or whatever, but I don't think it's very unrealistic. So I would like to perform another attack. I will pick Do the Wave once again. Wasting my time, really. Don't know why they have that in the game. So yeah, Pidgeot goes down, thankfully. So then we get another 2 prize cards. See what's in the prizes, actually. I think we prized a boss or something. Did we prize a boss? No, we're getting Applin, though, actually. Another Applin's actually quite nice, because it means that we don't, well, I'm pretty sure they have, like, enough prizes on the board already, but we can always just bench Applin. It's not the end of the world. So they have their own stadium. Okay. We have to be careful not to use Pokestop before we've guaranteed the last Festival Grounds as well. That's something else to bear in mind. So the fact that we actually have Applin means we could get a Kieran and a Maximum Belt with the Thwackeys. So that might be the plan, actually. Alternatively, if they don't get anything, we might be able to just KO a Rotom V with a boss. Yeah, that's like the other alternative. But they do have the Rare Candy Pidgeot. They will be able to Pidgeot for another Rare Candy, so they can Rare Candy Zard, and then use Pidgeot's Blistery Wind to do with the 120. So my opponent is playing the smart. They're attacking with Pidgeot, which is what you're supposed to do realistically in this matchup. But I think leading with Zard was a bit rough for them. I mean, I'm saying that like we're about to win, but I'm pretty sure we're in a very favorable position right now. Oh, maybe they didn't have enough rare candies. Okay. Oh, we got the boss anyway. We're doing enough? 100, 200? Yeah, I think we're doing enough. Well, that was a mildly anticlimactic end, but I'm pretty sure we had the KO on Pidgeot either way. But yeah, Rotom V once again being a 2-prize liability in today's format, but actually I won't attach the Grass Energy. We will just do the wave for 100 and then do it again. and that will be a victory against Charizard, which is quite nice because, boy, I'm sick of placing against Charizard. It's very, very boring at this point. I didn't put the stadium in play, did I? Why did I think that was a festival? Why? Why? Okay, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're never punished. We are never punished. We have another boss's orders in deck. Never punished. Misplay the sentry, but don't worry. We don't have another boss's orders. I mean, the only way... Well, we do have another boss, but the only way we lose this, I think, is if we have something like an Iron Hands, but then even then we can just KO Iron Hands in one hit. In, well, 2 hits with a Dipplin and Defiance Band, pretty sure, so... Right, no worries, though. No worries. That's frustrating, though. Like, that is really frustrating, because if we had just, like, swung into Charmander and KO'd it, then even if we'd had to swing into Greninja, we'd still have another boss target to use, but... Either way, it's fine. It's fine. We're going to have to work for this victory, but it's alright. Research away the Zard, fair enough. I mean, they decked themselves out, so Super Rod, I guess. Do you have a Super Rod? Do you have a Super Rod? If not, then I'm just going to pass. Surely they do. They don't. Oh. Okay. You don't get this victory very often, so I'm just going to pass over. Yeah. Ah, well, never punished. Never punished. I'm surprised they couldn't move the Rotom, though. That was surprising, actually.